Wire, we have serious news of a major possible air crash in the United States. A plane appears to have crashed into one of New York's tallest buildings, the World Trade Center. As you can see, those are pictures of smoke pouring out of a gaping hole in the upper floors of the World Trade Center. It is in the downtown area of Manhattan and is one of the most heavily populated office buildings in New York. All we know at this moment is that there has been a plane crash in the morning time in New York. The plane smashed into one of the twin towers of the New York World Trade Center about half an hour ago. That's the information that we've got. And you can see the smoke and flames billowing from the building. One eyewitness said that it was a twin-engine plane, possibly a 737, which flew straight into the World Trade Center. It's believed that some bits of the plane may still be embedded in the building. For viewers who are just joining us at the top of the hour, we're watching pictures of smoke billowing out of the World Trade Center in New York, the result of a plane crash, it's believed, which took place about half an hour ago in New York.
Well, I, like many of you, when I first heard about the 9/11 attacks, when 9/11 was just another day, and we probably hadn't even registered the day of the year at that time, the first reports I heard were of a plane crash. Now, it's very poignant, I think, that now, whenever a plane crashes, the first question is, was it a terrorist attack? Because right at that point, there was no question that it was a terrorist attack. When the first plane hit the World Trade Center, everybody just assumed it was an accident, that something that terrible couldn't possibly have happened deliberately. And now, nearly 10 years on, we know that that kind of thing does happen. And you might have thought that over the years, that whole thing, that it would have quietened off and we'd have forgotten about 9/11, but we still talk. We still talk about the government and conspiracies and Al-Qaeda and war in a way that we didn't before that point in time, before we heard that a plane had crashed into the North Tower of the World Trade Center. I don't know what any of that means, but it just struck me because, you know, it's 9/11, so I was having a quick look and I just wanted to see what the first report actually said. It's actually 6:45 at the moment here in England. Look, I'm out in the garden. It's not too cold to be out in the garden in September. Yeah. And yeah, I woke up and just, it's 9/11. I thought, I'll see what the very first thing, the very first report in the UK was, and that was the report that there had been a crash. Nothing about terrorists, no assumption that there were terrorists involved. The world has changed, people. It's not the same world as it was 10 years ago. But I'd just like to remember the people who died and all the people who have died in the conflict which has ensued. We really shouldn't forget them either, because whilst a huge amount of people died on September the 11th, more have died since because of it. I'll see you later, guys.